Good evening. My name is Mr. Gemberling, and I have your teenager either for Algebra 2 or deductive geometry. I want to talk a little bit about both courses. The setup of the course in terms of its learning, they're very similar. So if you go to, if you have a student that has Algebra 2, you look at the welcome page. You will see that all the information that the student needs is on this page. The textbook, calculators. Now each student will need a graphing calculator because when we get to assessments and even problems that are being done at home, graphing calculator you'll find to be helpful. I will have graphing calculators available in class on test days, but the recommendation is to either purchase a graphing calculator or rent one from the school. The students receive a rental form. I believe it's $12. The lessons are outlined for the day, are given each day, and basically talks about the different things that we're going to be doing. Whether you have Algebra 2 or Geometry, the students will be asked to do lots of reviewing of algebra concepts. Since the SAT test is the state test now, we want to make sure that when students get to the SAT test that they haven't lost their algebra skills as they're developing their geometry or Algebra 2 skills. In addition to that, homework assignments are posted, and the assignments will be uploaded to It's Learning as a digital copy, so students will keep their original copy, and then I will get a copy of the assignment. That way they can use that information to prepare for their assessments. I do have also a link at the bottom of both the Geometry and Algebra 2 class that if they click on that link, it will provide them all the assignments that have been assigned in order, so that if they got a 0 on an assignment or can't find an assignment, they can either look in the past homework assignments or under the current homework assignments, which is this section right here called homework assignments. I'm going to transition over to the geometry. I want parents to also see that the geometry setup is very similar. It's your textbook, courses, the lesson for the day, textbook, the assignments themselves, past assignments, everything looks very similar. Assessments, assessments that we're going to be given will be posted in the top right corner. All of the past lessons and outlines are on the right hand side. Course outline in terms of expectations, whether it's Geometry or Algebra 2, you'll find that information here. Contact information, if email is probably the best way to get a hold of me. In terms of getting, using my time to work with your teenager, I have lots of time to do that. So these are the times I've set up right now. At this time, before school, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. During advisory period on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Period 2 on an A day. After school from 3:20 to 3:55, I would ask for the after school time to make arrangements with me prior to meeting, because I do have meetings after school. In terms of the expectations, I would suggest reading through the expectations in terms of materials and that your teenager needs. That probably the two biggest things you need to know as parents is that anything I take in terms of grades, whether that's homework assignments, in-class assignments, online activities such as decimals or GeoGebra, all those assignments represent about 30% of the grade for the 9 weeks. Assessments represent 70% of the grade. I do offer retakes on all of my assessments, and I always take the better grade, so I would encourage you to encourage your teenager to consider retaking any assessment to try to improve their grade. The assessments are different, the concepts are the same, but I don't just simply replace problems by just replacing one number with another. The problems will look different, but I'm still testing over the same concepts. If you have any questions, please email me. And if your teenager needs help, please encourage them to talk to me during class, to see me during one of the times I have available.